Reverend Gloria Swierenga. I really am a lady preacher.
All right.
I'm on staff at an area church. So.
Wonderful. So why do you think it's important to register to vote?
Because this wonderful, wonderful gift called democracy, it isn't always perfect, and sometimes a wheel may temporarily come off, but it's the greatest gift on earth, and the way one participates in democracy is to vote. That's a sacred franchise. As I said in there, it was bought in blood. So we need to take it seriously in honor of those people who literally paid the ultimate price so that we could vote. And if we care about America, if we really want one nation indivisible with liberty and justice for all, then we have to participate. And a vote is a voice, and we have no right to complain about what's not happening for us if we don't go to the polls and make our voices heard. Registering to vote is the only way you participate in building a greater America. And building a greater America is something we can't give up on. That's a situation where we want to see every culture, every creed, every race valued for his or her uniqueness as a creation of God. I mean, that's part of the American foundation.
Awesome. Okay.
And ACORN, you know, became attractive to me because I'm a predatory lending victim. I've been a social justice advocate since they threw Emmett Till in the Mississippi River. I was only in the 8th grade then, but with the encouragement of the late pastor of my home church, I brought in the highest donation in the state of New Jersey to pay those lawyers, and, you know, just fell in love with the fact that even a kid from the ghetto could make a difference.
Yeah. When did you register to vote?
I registered to vote back in the 60s when the district finally got the vote, and I was a member of a local church then and living in a boarding house, going to school at Georgetown. And the lady who drove me to church every Sunday said, "You've got to vote. I said, "I'm going to vote. I'm going to register in New Jersey." She said, "No, you got to register here." And so I registered in D.C. with no idea that I'd be remaining here. I thought, well, when I go home, I'll just transfer my registration. But I never went home. I came here on a scholarship, finished a special language project, went to work for the NSA, got married, and I'm still here.
How many kids do you have?
I've raised 22 children.
22?
Yeah, and we had many miracles working in my house. The miracle of birth, the miracle of adoption, running side by side. So, and I was architect of an adoption process that found homes from approximately 4,000 children from all over the world. I was discriminated against as an adoptive parent. I'm blind, I'm black, I was married to someone who's neither one of those things. How many sins can you commit in one sentence? So, multicultural home. We had kids from everywhere. So teaching about America, teaching about, I'm a lady preacher, so studying the Bible and studying the history of this country was something we did every day. It wasn't, you know, I didn't trust the schools to do it all. In fact, I homeschooled 5 of mine, so.
So could you tell me a little bit about what happened with your subprime mortgage?
My subprime mortgage, my former husband, who, you know, we had the typical traditional home where he handled the money, paid the bills. I did not become familiar up close and personal with his economically challenged approach to financial responsibility until he deserted me in '97, and I found myself living in a home that was 11 months behind in the mortgage and in the hands of a predatory lending victim who had no interest in working with me about correcting that situation.
What would you say to maybe one of your children or somebody who you were friends with if they told you they didn't want to vote?
There's got to be something that isn't working as well for you as it should be, or you wouldn't be so negative that you don't want to vote. You begin by becoming a part of the process. You're not just left out of the process because you're having trouble getting a job, you're behind in your mortgage, you're left out of the process because you haven't taken a step to really include yourself and participate. The way you do that is to vote. You have a voice, and your voice counts. You need to raise that voice and make a difference. We're not going to tell you for whom to vote. That's between you and your conscience. But you need to register and have a consultation with your conscience and then cast your vote.